What's up, guys? Justin Hadlock, aka Face Tats McGee here. Today I want to talk to you about something that's really fucking important. That's having a plan, guys. Look, here's the thing. I don't believe in shitting on anybody's dreams. I don't think it's right to tell people that their dreams are stupid or that they can't make it happen or that it's not important. But what I do think is right is to tell them the truth. And frankly, what I will tell you is I don't want to hear your dreams unless you got a fucking plan to make them happen. Or unless you're talking to me because you'd like to get on a program or talk about a plan to make it happen, all right? Anything that is just a dream is a pipe dream. Anything with a plan of action, well, now you have a goal. Without a plan, basically, you're like an explorer in the middle of the fucking wilderness with no compass and no map. You're probably not gonna make it anywhere, and you're gonna be lucky if you don't starve to fucking death. Disaster is always ready to fall on people that don't have a plan. And I can tell you this from massive experience because for the longest time, first of all, I just thought I was so smart that I didn't need to have a plan. I just wing it as I went. I also thought that it was like unimportant because I was an artist, I just have to make art. But guys, coming from personal experience, I will tell you, you need a plan. Because when I didn't have a plan, the thing was I was like, just make lots of art and you'll get successful. But that's not how it fucking works, okay? You need to learn how to get exposure for yourself. You need to learn how to price things. You need to learn how to run a business, essentially, because you were a business at that point in time. You need to learn how to manage your time, energy, effort, all those things, especially if you have a day job and you're trying to do that stuff. So without a plan, you're gonna fucking fail. There's too many distractions in modern times inside of this very device that you're watching me on right now for you to not have a plan, okay? And so when I didn't do that, when I didn't have a plan, my life was shit all the time. I kept having failed relationship after failed business venture, after failed shop that I would work at, after failed everything. But it's because with everything you do, there needs to be a plan. Well, do you want to have an A-game relationship? Like, do you want to have a top, best relationship that you've ever seen? Well, you have to have a fucking plan of action. You have to have a playbook to make that happen, okay? And that stands for tattooing. That stands for being an artist. That stands for being an entrepreneur. That stands for anything. When we don't plan, well, like the saying goes, we plan to fail, okay? Earl Nightingale had a quote on this that I really absolutely love. I recommend you check his stuff out. And that was that if you have a ship that's getting ready to leave harbor and it has a captain, it has a crew, it has a destination, it has a map, and it has a compass, it will get there 99.9% of the time, failing some major disaster. But if it is missing any one of those things, it will probably sink. It will definitely sink. But if it's missing a captain, someone to direct the map, big problem. If it's missing the map, period, big fucking problem, because without a destination, you don't know where you're going. All right? And without a compass, a map is useless because you need to know what actions to take in what order and what direction to orient yourself. And so the three things I'm going to suggest to you today, maybe a bonus thing here too. The bonus one, fucking believe in yourself, guys. The reason why you're not writing it down is because you don't believe that you can really make it happen. And so I have to tell you from the bottom of my heart, as somebody who used to have the hardest time believing in myself, I fucking believe in you. And God believes in you. And there's a plan that's being supplied to you right here in your heart, in your conscience. And that's why it's so painful for you to not be living to your highest potential. That being said, the things you need to do, get out a pen and paper. Whoa, I said it again. I talk about it all the time. Get some fucking pen and paper out and write. Right, guys, write. Because you're not gonna, first of all, be able to really flesh out a plan without writing it down and having something to reference. And frankly, like I've said before, if you're not willing to write it down, I don't fucking believe you want it that bad, okay? So write down what you want. Get it detailed, all right? Make a plan of action for it. Start taking immediate action. With those three things, if you continuously do that, continuously write about it, continuously adjust your course as necessary, and continuously take action on it, you can't fucking fail. It's impossible. Because you know why I know that? Because that's given 150% more than what anybody else out there is willing to give. And when you give more than what everybody else is willing to give, you get more rewards. These are basic universal principles, guys. I know it's hard to believe, especially if you're down in the gutter, especially if you're like me and you came from fucking nothing and you were living in a trap house, praying to God that the next hit was going to kill you. Well, luckily enough, it didn't. And now I can share my story with you and share how I was able to get myself out of those situations and become who and what I am today. And that is, I have an amazing relationship. Despite having survived my last one, like dying, she literally died, and I lived through that and stayed clean. Despite the fact that my business has failed once because of COVID and a second time because of her death, and I brought it back. And within the last year, I've earned $350,000 fucking dollars from nothing. When she died, I had $200 to my name, but I made a plan. I set the goal and started taking action immediately. You can't fail, guys. Big love. Talk to you next time.